everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with you for another layout today. I am going to use that aqua paper with the little yellow dots on it for my background paper today, and I love this paper. It's so cute. I can't believe it's been sitting in my stash and I haven't used it yet. But that is from Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy, and the paper is called Celebrate. And then that stripe paper there will be a piece of paper that I'm going to use for just as a layering paper there. That paper is also from Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy, and it's called Let's Party. So the new collections are coming out, and I'm really trying to use up some of my older paper collections. I'm just playing with this a little bit to see which way I like the paper, and I liked that red in the top corner for some reason. Now I have 4 photos here, and I need something to put them on. So I tried kind of a pinky red. I'm trying that yellow, but it made my photos look way too yellow. So I'm going on a little bit of a hunt here. And then I find this pink paper, and I really like that. The light in the restaurant was kind of yellow, so that's why the yellow paper didn't look so good, but this pink paper is great. And the only reason I turned it is so that I don't cut the border strip off. That way then I know what it is. So that pink paper is from Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy, and it's called Paper Peonies. So I'm just going to pop these 4 photos down here. And these are photos from a fairly recent dinner at a restaurant. So I have a business card from the restaurant right there. And I'm thinking I'm going to do this with it, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to change that. And the reason I'm using that business card is because there was the weekend challenge at the Victoria Marie Facebook group was to organize your memorabilia or to get it scrapbooked, and I decided to get it scrapbooked. All right, so I'm looking at that, and I didn't like how long that that mat was, and then I realized that I'm not quite sure the direction that this photo is supposed to go. I'm going to change that again, I believe, as well. So anyway, I'm going to go cut that down now. So I wanted to see more of that striped paper, and it was hiding a little bit too much of it. And just, it was all too vertical for me. So as I said, the challenge was to organize your memorabilia, and I had a bunch of business cards and other things sitting to the side of my desk, and I decided it was time to get that used up. So now I decide that I want to get this, and I have 2 business cards from this place. Here I go, changing that photo again because I did turn it and it was upside down. I remembered which way my plate was facing. All right. So I'm now looking for some sort of journaling spot, and I need something larger if I'm going to put that business card there. And I want something bright, so I'm going to cut out this card journaling cut apart there with the red hearts on top. I like the fact that it had hearts because I absolutely love this restaurant. And then it's got that nice pop of red to bring the red from the side paper in over here. So that journaling cut apart sheet is from Dear Lizzie Fine and Dandy, and it's called Pretty Packages. Fine and Dandy was kind of a birthday line. So there that is. So we had an amazing experience at this restaurant. It's a fairly newish restaurant in my area, and it is tapas. So there were 5 of us, since we shared dishes. So we had, on the top left, we had some French fries, like with an amazing sauce on it. We had duck confit tostadas, which were amazing. The bottom left is what's left of a Gulf shrimp and ravioli and asparagus dish. We had this amazing maple glazed fried chicken, and I'm not a fried chicken lover, but oh my gosh. We had burrata bruschetta, braised short rib, and then on the bottom right, we had creme brulee and a sticky toffee pudding to finish up. So now that I've made you all really hungry, it was really good. So part of what I wanted to do with this layout is use up some more things from this chipboard sheet. And so I selected that little round piece of chipboard that says thanks, and then that chipboard that says XOXO. And the reason for the thanks is because this was a thank you dinner from a friend of mine to the other 4 of us because we had helped her out with something kind of major. So that was really fun. And it wasn't an inexpensive dinner, so it was really sweet that she did that for us. That chipboard is from the Dear Lizzie thickers from Fine and Dandy, and they are called the Darling Details thickers. So I basically have the bones of my layout done here, which is nice. I do know I want to put a title on this. And my ATG is being sassy. It just is. If you own an ATG, you probably know that they tend to be sassy. Mine is older too. Mine is probably, oh, it's probably 7 years old or something close to that now. But I still love it. If it broke, I'd buy another one right away. All right, so now I'm going to go on a little hunt for some thickers, and I want to use gold thickers here because the chipboard has gold accents, gold foil accents, so it makes sense that I use gold foil thickers. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for my Dear Lizzie woodland alphabet, and I think that woodland was part of Fine and Dandy, but I don't remember for sure. So I have a second package of that. And what I'm going to do though is they're not exactly the same gold. So I bought them at 2 different times. So I'm going to just use the one to make sure that they match up here. And I'm just going to call it, the name of the restaurant is Toftes Table. And so I'm just going to use those thickers to do that. I did not clean up all of the memorabilia that I had sitting at the side of my desk, but I cleaned up a lot of it. And the reason that I really I didn't want to file it is because if I file it, I forget about it, would be the best way to describe. Even in a good filing system, I will forget about it because it's not there and it's not top of my mind. Because sometimes when it's sitting there, I even forget about it, honestly. So for me, it's all important to just get it on the layout. I have a bunch of memorabilia from my nephew's wedding that really needs to get on the layouts, but I'm still scrapbooking those photos from his wedding. I'm going to be going to a scrapbook retreat, which as I'm taping this, it hasn't happened, but by the time you guys see this, it probably will already have happened. But I'm intending to scrapbook, hopefully to finish up all my 2016 photos, including all the wedding layouts, which is a pretty big project, but I really want that done. It's not that I'm not, loving scrapbooking those layouts, but I've been scrapbooking wedding layouts for 3 years, and I want them in my album. So I'm just getting that rearranged a little bit. And right now, this is looking a little plain to me, which some of you might laugh at because, there's quite a few layers here. But I really want to get that taken care of. And by the way, that sticky note up on top there, I went back to the website so I could write down all the different things that we ate so that I could get it in the journaling. So now I went to my bag of pre-punched embellishments, and I'm going to select large hearts here. The foil paper is from Recollections that they're punched from, and then that large punch is actually from Martha Stewart. So I'm just going to add one in each area. And that gets a little bit more gold onto my page. And I'm sorry, my camera is not properly adjusted here, so you're missing the bottom part of this layout. But I do have a still shot and a couple of detail shots at the end, so you'll be able to see it. So sorry about that, because you're not seeing what I'm doing there. I was scrapbooking with a girlfriend here and for the weekend, so maybe I wasn't paying quite as much attention as I should have been. So now I'm looking to see if there's any other like enamel dots or something like that that I could put on the layout. And in the end, I'm going to solve it in a very easy way. I'm going to grab the asterisks from the thickers and just add those in on one on each cluster, which, sorry again, you can't see that bottom cluster. So as I said, there is a still shot and a couple of detail shots coming up. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!